can I ask how you were paying the rent and eating and paying? How were you living at the time? Because I'm guessing you put in the $5,000. You guys are knocking doors. You don't get business right away. Like, how are you paying the rent those first few months?
You're such a good host, man. I've been on a lot of podcasts and like you're just making it fun. You're asking some cool questions. So
I
kudos to
appreciate it.
you, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take any money from Green Mango for 6 years. And a lot of people,
Oh,
how'd you do that? And because I got married a month after I started Green Mango. And so here's what I did. My dad told me, hey, there's a little incentive to go on the mission. He said, look, if you go on a mission, when you come home, I'll buy you whatever truck you want.
okay.
And at the time, like a really nice truck was 50 grand.
Yeah.
Now it doesn't buy you
Yeah.
anything.
Now
But
that now they're 100 grand, but
yeah,
yeah.
so but anyways, it's like, hey, 50 grand. Okay, I got home and he said, okay, look, you can go buy the nicest truck and do your thing, or I can give you 50 grand. And your brother-in-law is actually flipping houses in Phoenix, and you can buy two houses for 50 grand. They're 20. I can't even call them houses. Like it's great. Like they were like little sheds, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, I think I picked up one for 5 or 20 grand, one for 25, and I put 5 grand into like, new tile and new paint and whatever. Anyways, so I lived off of it was $1,700 from one place and $700 from the other. So $2,400 is what I lived off of. I screwed my credit because I put the utilities in my name, and of course they didn't pay the bills. I had to learn that lesson. My credit score got freaking shot, man. And
Uh,
it was a rough part of Arizona, or yeah, in Arizona, in Phoenix. And like I can't believe I didn't die. Like I'm going to these guys' houses as like a little white boy, and they got like tattoos on their face with like the teardrop, and I'm like, hey man, can I collect the rent for this month? And so and then my wife taught dance. I think she'd make like $700 or $1,000 a month. She taught dance to little girls because that's what she did while she was growing up. So it was a group effort. But yeah, for 6 years I just kept pumping money back into Green Mango and building it and doing that. But it was
that's
rough.
tight. Now that's tight. That's 5 or 6 years. That's yeah. You guys are not. There's not a lot of not a lot of excess there for sure. And when did
Yeah.
you have your first kid?
So let's see. Banks was in 2013, so 3 years in.
Oh, so 3 years in, you're still making not very much money at all.
It's
Now you
stress.
got it.
I
Now you
remember
got
going
one.
to the
Oof.
Yeah, I remember going to the hospital like, dude, this card's gonna decline, like and
Not not to mention, you're thinking, okay, if something major happens on one of the rental houses, now I'm gonna have to go down and what, borrow money against the equity to try to fix it because I don't have any money in savings to fix it. Like what?
it was tough, man. But like anyone, it's like looking back now, it's like those were the times, when I was
Yeah.
struggling on the doors and stressed that we didn't have enough money for rent and like all, every sob story for
Oh
sure.
yeah, but it's the hustle that really matters. Did you ever have those moments where your wife, not that she was doing this, but maybe in your own mind, you thought, my wife's looking at me like, damn, are you gonna like get your shit together and like, is this gonna work? Like, come on.
Dude, I talk about this all the time. So I've owned six different service companies now. I started five in the span of 18 months. I don't know if you know that or not,
Yeah, well, I see some of them on your LinkedIn profile. Yeah, I was gonna ask about them.
but not once has my wife been a problem. And I mean by a problem like the
Yeah,
way that you're talking about,
yeah.
like she's been so supportive and so awesome and never like, hey, like, where's the money at or what are you like she for the first time last year, I doubled down on a company and like I started working the long hours again. And she's like, hey, we're not doing this. Like we have kids now. I want you home at 5. Like, because I started going to the dinners and the networking, and she's just like, hey, you
Yep.
gotta like I'm not doing that again. It's been 13 years. So that's the only time she's put down her foot, which I respect. But
Mhm,
dude,
mhm.
I've had a lot of almost all my partners have gotten a divorce because it's real, man. Like I tell
All
people,
right.
like the business is, the neediest girlfriend you've ever had in your whole life, and it doesn't quit.
Yes.
If you don't put it first, it's gonna fail. Like it really will. So if you don't have a supportive wife, like it sucks, dude. It sucks.